themselves in the name of me too. Yeah, they reach out to men. Where's the truth, bro? Where's the coil? Take my advice, all you feminist guys that do whatever, say whatever, to be seen, to be heard, to be clever. Shh, let me speak, boy. You didn't let me finish my sentence, and this is the problem. You don't know my name, no, that's me. See me, here I am. Look at me, make you notice. Screaming from my lungs to get to you. See me, here I am. Look at me, notice me. I'ma preach now, got a speech now. So sit down, be quiet while I teach ya how to listen. A whole wisdom, don't open your mouth until I give you permission. How about you? Instead of taking space, start making space. Give back what you got, leave your seat, save a spot for someone you proudly say you care for. This is the problem with your tendencies. Keep telling me you are feminist, but you still wanna benefit from women. Work with them, but they never get paid. I'm sure you make sure you're gonna get laid. Ain't gonna work, boy. Guys, ain't gonna work, boy. Fuck these feminist guys. Ain't gonna work, boy. Just go take my advice.
Hello. I think I've got everything. Keep thinking I've forgotten something. How are we all? Hopefully chat works and all that. Hopefully the audio's picking up. Do a little cheeky test. Hopefully the audio's picking up. Yeah, that sounds good. Hello from Texas. How's it going, Carlos? I'm just gonna shrink that a bit. There we go. Overhanging it a little bit. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's awesome. That's good to hear. Thank you very much. Denmark. Painting my second favorite team. Well, Amazons. Yeah, they're pretty good. These models are sick as well. I've had a little cheeky head start. Mainly because I wanted to get the scheme right. I didn't want to have to work that out on stream all the time. It can be a bit annoying sometimes. Hey, Nick. Trying to finish work across the last 3 hours. Yeah, tell me about it. I just saw the new season of The Boys came out today. And I only found that like an hour before stream. I thought, do I just start that? But no, I'm going to reward myself afterwards. No worries, no worries. First love is Lizardmen. Lizardmen and Amazons, your first and second is love that Lustria. I said I would come by in the podcast. That must have been a podcast a while back because I sacked off that. After the World Cup, it was like my #1 international tournament. But then I had to just for financial reasons, had to skip doing the international one. So I was gonna go to Malta? No. Malta was one. There was also the Tillian, the one in Genoa. I was going to go to that. I had to bail, unfortunately. But I was in Denmark earlier in the year. I went with my partner instead for a little weekend away, and it was lovely. Hopefully it went well. Just going to shift this across a bit. Finished basing ogres, very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, so what we're doing here is we're doing the Tepic Tempest. They're an Amazon team. And doing a dark skin on them all. Just because it's nice to have difference, right? And it's really fun to do. So that's kind of what I'm finishing off on the stream here. So I've done a little bit in advance. I've pretty much blocked out all the colours. So the main colour is yellow with a green trim, kind of like the logo, which is there. More saturated yellow, only because it's my like normal yellow recipe, which is yellow ink over pink. But I might desaturate it a little bit. It depends how it goes. But I might just incorporate that on the feathers and do like a really like off-white yellow on the feathers. I just wanted to get all like the main colours down, so like the yellow, the green, and the skin, and then play around with it later. The metal's going to be like silver metal because 1, it will contrast with the yellow, and 2, there's a lot of gold in the league already. So yellow metal will hopefully offset that a bit. But yeah, what I'm doing here is I've done a base coat on the skin of Dryad Bark with a Gorthor brown highlight, just with the airbrush. And I'm currently going through with an aged white, just like one of my favorite colors to use. This is just to do like a really little peak highlight. So I've got to be a bit gentle. I haven't done this on the stream yet. Splattering a little bit, but that's okay because this is going to be added before we use a ink and ink all over everything, because that's going to resaturate it a bit, so you sort of get like that rich brown skin. Come by Copenhagen Pier Bowl in August. Oh my god, I would love to. I'm not sure if I can this year. Hopefully things work out, and Bought some teams, but support by ordering some teams at brushtide.com. Who knows? Who knows what can happen in the future? How are we? I'm doing well, Daryl. How are you? I think you're going to Home Nations as well. Is that right with Gary? I should see you in a couple of weeks in Loughborough. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, though. Yeah, I'm just being quite careful with this, but it's not too bad if we do mess up. Because again, that walnut brown is gonna really make this look good. Oh, you're playing Amazons there? Awesome. Well, yeah, it'd be good to see you. Our teams get matched up. That'd be good fun. I'm bringing Corn to that one. I wasn't going to, because Corn in a team environment are a bit of a liability and not very fair on everyone else, especially when I play them. But the rules pack, the Eurobowl rules pack, is very, very nice to Corn. So do want to give it a try. They're tier 4, so they're 1190 with 9 skill points, which is just mad. So you can get, I think I'm running 2 Corn Gores, but I can get 12 players, 3 rerolls, and then 9 skills. So double on the big guy, and then you get like 8 skills across the team. It's very, very nice. Or 7 skills, sorry. So I think I've gone 4 block on the Seekers, 2 guard Corn Gores, and shorthand lineman. But that shorthand lineman, I'm a little bit, yeah, might change it. If I can give up one of the guard, I can get a leader reroll, but I think 3 in the roster is all you want. Cheering for the airbrush. Oh god, I forgot about this. Thank you very much, Angry Raisin. It's fine. I can time out the Nightbot for 24 hours. There we go. Have you guys caught the first 2 games of the championship? Because they've been a lot of fun. Monday's game should be interesting. I'm pretty sure it's going to be these girls. We're actually we're still having to finish 3 of the teams, but we can get there. Need to reposition these models to the side as well. I'm going to do that now, so you don't see my hairy arm on camera all the time. Not very pleasant. I know, right? The vampires... the amount of bloodlust that failed was just a bit obscene. And they didn't just stun either. Like, I think, what was it? A couple of casualties and a knockout, and... yeah. Oops. Yeah, I thought I'd do this stream a little bit later. Work was finishing up for people and things. Not going to be a hugely long one like the last one. I think it was 6 hours of the last one. It's not going to be that long. I need to be gone by 8 o'clock anyway, so... Yeah, I think I haven't quite worked out vampires for me yet. Like, they're I play them too much like elves, I think, and they just can't reliable enough to do that. In a no squad point format, corner a great team in Eurobell rules. What do you mean by that? In a no squad point format? Is that like where you don't have team points for like win, lose, draw or something? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I haven't used any packs. Gotcha. Is airbrushing easier than normal paint? Kind of depends. I don't like. For me, it's easier to get blends, yeah. But I don't think it's easier than, like, if you're kind of doing what I'm doing, I don't think that's particularly easy. Just like I do this a lot, and like I've gotten quite used to doing small bits with the airbrush, but that does take a lot of time to learn, and it's very frustrating to learn it. It's just sort of like it's definitely easier to get smooth transitions, yeah. But it takes longer to learn, I think. And it's like learning like how to troubleshoot it. That's the thing, because it's a tool, whereas like painting isn't so much a tool, it's more like an art. Like just here, you're splattering too much, so just drop the pressure and it's fixed it. And it's that kind of stuff which you just sort of like quickly adapt to, but when you're just starting out, it's pretty frustrating. Went too heavy there, but that's fine. It's fine again, because we're going to be putting brown all over this. If I'm doing too much white, I think I'm consciously highlighting like I normally would. I only want a little bit. I only want a little bit. On the highest points. Yeah, this is much better. Much cleaner. I actually much prefer doing like black skin to Caucasian skin, honestly. It's I just think it looks really nice against bright colours. Yeah, Carlos, I know what you mean. They're definitely like a mid-range, aren't they? Like, they can bash, but it's more about like controlling the pitch. Punching when you need to and dodging when you need to. Very flexible. How's the oh, sorry, a tournament where no one has access to packs corner really strong. Ah, right, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, because it's when there's loads of skills, it can be pretty tricky, because corner go up against like an orc team with like 7 guard, and you just melt. There's not a lot you can do. Like, I'm sure there's much better corn players out there who can handle that, but if I run into that, I look at the game and just sort of think, I'm so screwed. How's the painting business going? It's going well. It's going well, actually. Yeah, thank you. We're 8 months in. Yeah, 8 months in. It's still going, which means that something's happening okay. I actually recently did, so I do freelance work for C Studios as well as my own business. And I was recently featured on the YouTube channel. They put out a video of 120 orcs, and I did all those orcs. So if you want to check out the C Studios channel, you can see them go through the army I just recently finished. And that took a long time. It's about 300 hours work that was. Airbrushing is a serious learning curve, and once you get it down, you can easily do higher end effects like gradients, blending, and such. Exactly. Yes, it just opens up so many more avenues. Like it's easy to tell people this, and it's not as easy to have in practice because there's like all sorts of factors. But I think the best hobby upgrade you can get is an airbrush. But I know there's logistics like storing it to a place, like not people have like not a dedicated painting space, and I do get that. It's a bit sketchy to have around kids as well if you have them, just because there's a hose attached to a very expensive device, and that can get launched and damaged very easily. However, if you want to save a lot of time, I don't think there's a better investment. But I am kind of glued to it now. Like, at some point, I need to go off and just do like a solely brush painted thing, because I haven't done that in so long. I don't know if I can. Like, not touch the airbrush for any of it. How do you get to Discord server? Is that Patreon? No. There's a Patreon role in the Discord for people who are on Patreon. But there should be a link in the channel in this video. There's not. I think I can put one in. Okay, it might not be, but it should be. If you go to our most recent video, it should be in there, in the description in that. This person already had some ink on them. It's kind of hard to tell now because it's glossy, but I will be matte varnishing it down. And it was after doing the ink that I realised I wanted the specular highlight of white. So I did it. So after doing it, also looks pretty good. Maybe I should have just tried that. But no, it's a little bit too, like... It's desaturating. Like, adding white desaturates colours, so... And I want it to look quite rich. So, I'll go do that now. Just a fully primed Amazon team just sitting here. Well, paint along. Join me. Okay, so hopefully this is where the magic happens. It's a good thing of starting the stream now. Is this? I'm putting a lot of faith into this looking amazing. It might not. Haven't tried it yet. So with these colours, I've yeah, I'll just go over it again. So I've got like dark skin tone. I've added white on the highest points, and might look a bit better on this one. So I'm hoping now that I can take the walnut brown ink, which features a lot on the themes I've been doing. Oh yeah, I forgot that one's actually empty. I thin it down a little bit. Just thinning with water. Gonna backflow it to mix it. There we go. And then we pray. This should make it look really nice. Okay, is it? Yeah, it is. I just need to go a little bit heavy with it. Bring some color into it. Kind of compare the two legs. Might be better with like a burnt umber actually, but I think that would just yellow it too much. I don't really want that. I think just being very careful with it, and then adding the shadow where it needs to be. I think that's what I need to focus on. The Punga Rams team is my co-favorite of the GW team. Yeah, I think I slightly prefer the Punga one only just because the blockers stand out a bit more. I'm always missing those in the or the blitzers, whichever one. I still can't remember which one's which in the GW team. And the GW one, the blocker's the one with the claws. I think it's the reverse in this thing. You get ninja compressors. I believe that's what they're called. They're really quiet. Oh, sorry, yeah, I missed that. The paint at night in my computer desk will be a little loud in the house. They're not too bad. Like, I've got the really standard like AS160, I think they're called, just compressor. It's like the compressor with the black tank and the silver pump. I don't think it's branded, but they it's like it's loud, but it's not like disturbing. It's not like a car engine. It's like a little rumbling. But the I'm just gonna compare it. Yeah, you can get some more expensive compressors that are quite light correct on this. Let's try and sort the lighting out. There we go. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna change the music. No, that's fine. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works well. I think that's got the rich brown I wanted. I am actually going to try, though. Just put my mind at ease. I'm going to try the burnt umber ink. Oh, burnt umber paint. Just see if that looks better. Yeah, it is the one with the claws. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, on here, these are the blitzers. They've got claws, so yeah. I think anyway, because I mean these are the blockers, and they should be right. Like they're hencher and have shields, like you would think. And a friend print out a big square base with slots of the models. That's awesome. Yeah, I really want one of those. Proper display. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about this one. I think this might just repaint it. I'm gonna thin it down, thin it right down to a glaze. That's really cool. The cut down trees. Huge fan of that. Yes, and Carlos, you are correct. There is a pretty steep learning curve. It's taken many years of doing this to be comfortable with it. Starting by priming is good. Though that can also be inherently frustrating. No, I immediately don't like this as much. It's too pale, too like muddy. I'm not doing that. I thought it's what I expected. It looks like too yellow. I think. Yeah, and sorry, yeah, right, the tank compressor as well. That is vital. I'd say aim for a 3-litre tank if you can. Yeah, unfortunately for detail work, you do kind of really want the higher end ones. Like I had a cheaper airbrush before, and it really put me off airbrushing until I got this. It was like upgrading your car to a supercar. It was like a just overnight difference. But I do understand it's not accessible for everyone, so often the cheap ones just get the job done. This is a Wata Eclipse HPCS, so I think it's around £180. And what's annoying about it is the parts are so expensive. Like if you need a new nozzle, and that's just literally bit that goes inside here. I'll show you when I clean it. If I take this off, all the paint comes out. But it's this tiny little component, and that costs about 40 quid just to get a new game, which you do have to do. Like you do have to replace bits. Like needles get bent and worn, nozzles get pressed. Yeah, the whole thing. But I use this for hours every day, so it's fine. Price of a good airbrush is the hard part for me. I don't need to convince the wife to pay so much. Yeah, well. Get one to share. That's pretty cool, actually. I tried to get my significant other into painting. She doesn't gel with it, which is fine. Kind of thinking the white afterwards, I think was the way to go. It's just push that contrast a bit more. Like you've still got the rich brown, which I wanted, but I've kind of lost some of the definition. I'm thinking it might just be the gloss, because when that's matted down, it's going to off a bit more, but. I do quite like that, so I might do a little cheeky bit. At the end. To go over again with the white, because I really like how that looks. I think I'm just gonna soften it a little bit. I might be able to control it on the other model. Having a little bit of desaturation is alright when the colours that it's wearing are already so saturated. Like, you still got that contrast on the model. Makes it pop on the table. Stop touching it. Ah, thank you very much. Yeah, the Punga do the best faces in all the models. Like, I don't know what technology Punga use, but they are really good at sculpting faces. Especially female faces, like a lot of sculptors struggle to get that right. Yeah, so I'm leaving some of that white behind now. Means I'm probably gonna have to go over again. Because again, I do need to get these teams done. I'm still currently in the middle of a job, and I do need to get that finished. So I don't want to spend more than the rest of this week on this team. Imagine I get it done on Sunday. Probably starting in Blood Bowl. Painting's the activity that stresses me out the most, so stuff like this is really interesting. Hope players don't mind some multiple paint jobs from me. No one... I've played a lot of games in my life, and I've never, ever experienced anyone thinking poorly about someone's paint job, or even, like, bringing anything up. Painting is, a painted model is better than an unpainted model in every situation. So, I really wouldn't worry. I don't know if other people feel this, but I felt about myself recently. It's like I get so much more satisfaction about enjoying other people's happiness, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like seeing people be really enthusiastic about something brings me so much joy. And like, I kind of get that with painting. Like, I love showing off my teams, obviously. Like, who doesn't? But I think what I enjoy more is people being like, look how cool that is. Look how cool this is that I've done. Like, oh, like, and like sharing paint jobs and things. Like, I love that. People being proud of what they've done. Like an energy vampire, but in a good way. Positive energy vampire. Personally, team is still not complete paint to this day. I've been playing with it for like 2 years. We've all got a team like that. I've got a goblin team that I started with. My first Blood Bowl team was my goblin team. They're unfinished. In fact, I just had to clear out one of my drawers, and they're all in there. I just dumped them in the bottom of a cardboard box. I'll probably treat them a bit better than that. Oh, thank you so much, Mikushia. Oh, the metal high elves. I think someone pointed them out on one of my streams recently. Like the 2nd or 3rd edition ones. Like everyone's like this. Oh, well, I don't know if people have noticed, but if anyone's tuning in who watched any of my previous streams on this channel, I've upgraded my arm pad as a suggestion from Trips. I now have a cushion for my elbow. After painting for full time for 6-7 months, my elbow was taking a beating, and now it's like I don't worry about it anymore. It's so comfortable. Best thing I've ever bought, apart from the airbrush. Arm pad glued to an arm pad. Not glued, it's strapped on. But yeah, this armrest is like not very well cushioned without it, so. I find it super hard to actually imagine artistically with like drawing, painting, music. No, I do get that. I think everyone is different. Everyone sees things in different ways. I really struggle too to sort of just come up with something, just to sort of like jump in. Hence, like, why I've got the logo in the corner. Like, I kind of had to have this team. Like, I had to have Ben come up with a scheme for the team to actually make a start, because I'd just sort of be stun locked into deciding what colours to put on. Makes commissions a bit helpful actually when people are like, I want my team this colour. Then I don't have to think about it. When it comes to like what I'm doing here, where I'm just like, I think the walnut brown will look good over the white. That's just from doing it before. Like, that's from knowing what colour that is, because I've previously done it like that. But yeah, I too really struggle with just abstract thinking. I did 3D modelling at university as part of my game design degree, and I really struggled with that, to like visualize a sculpt. So like where you get like these Blood Bowl sculptors who pump out teams and stuff. If I don't have concept art or some kind of reference, I'm just lost. There's people out there who aren't. They're concept artists. Send you a message. I don't know if you saw. I checked my phone. I just received it. Yeah. I just saw it, so thank you very much. I will drop you a quote, Jim. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think these Amazons are going to be playing against Gnomes potentially on Monday, which is an interesting matchup. Like, I think the Amazons are going to really flex hard on the Gnomes. They're gonna wish they had all that dodge. I think I might be facing against them as well, which is a little bit spooky. Highlighting is confusing, and anything involves blending your colours. It's a blending, just don't blend it. Like, you often don't need to. With highlighting, I think one trick that really helped me out was using like a single highlight colour, and Just kind of using that across the whole model, like an ivory or an off-white. If it's too bright, mix it in with the base coat color, and then use that. Then you get a really consistent, coherent highlight across the whole model. It ties it together. I'm also going to try something else spooky on the live stream, which is cleaning up overspray with alcohol. I'm going to give it a go. There's little bits on the armor where I've overshot like the green or something, or the brown. And because it's got a base layer of ink, ink's really hard. It dries really like tough. But I think I can enable if I'm gentle, should be able to wipe away the paint and retain the ink below it. It's a new way of cleaning up overspray. So I'm curious. I'm gonna give it a go in front of everyone. Oh yeah, I primed a I played in a Conquest tournament with grey minis, and I'm like a professional painter, so it's really fun. Like I can get that on me down time. But then a glass effect. I've done bottles, like glass bottles. Do you mean like on a base? Ooh, interesting. Sounds tricky. Not personally done it. I think I just get loads of reference images for glass and look at where the highlights are placed. There's going to be a lot of manual highlighting to make that look convincing. Good luck. Sprayed the hell out of the ink there. Smudged it. Right, we'll let it dry and we'll just paint over it. Have fun, Mercutio. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. That's actually a pretty good idea. The metallic base with the contrast paint. Like, it might end up looking a bit metallic as opposed to glass. But I think what you could do is use that as a base layer and then again just add like the white highlight lines and stripes and things where the light would hit it. Which again, I'd probably just copy a reference image, so pick up glassware and things. You're really embracing their the fragility of Amazons, right? If you paint them like glass. There we go. Let's cover that up. But it's definitely changed. I was on like hyperpop before. It's like hip hop. I want more beats. I want more. I want it to be faster. Why is it so slow? Okay. Come on, Epidemic. You can do this. So slow. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's what I want. I want a bit more upbeat. Oh wow. The chipping medium just base. Yeah. That's a cool idea. Thinking about getting a Dark Elf team. Never played any Elven teams. What do Dark Elves play like? They're like really, really good humans. They're like, they will play the game. It's like they will play like the Bash game in a way that generally outplays every other team, because you can always just dodge out if you need to. They just fall apart in the fact that you don't have many of them. You're very vulnerable to casualties. But they're very potent and very consistent. They're the most consistent elf team, for sure. And they're defensively incredibly strong too. Just because you can make those dodges. Yeah, in League, I think they're a lot stronger in Tabletop than League. Just because you lose a Blitzer in League and you spend the entire League recouping the cost. And funnily enough, my least favourite elf team. That's because I like the BS that elf teams can do. But especially when it comes to throwing. Like, I love a pass. I know it's frowned upon. I know people don't do it. It's not the smart choice. I do love it. Dark Elves can't really do it. Okay, I'm batting the paint now. Oh, it's good. No. I'll see you later. Thanks for choosing in Angry Reason. I'll bear the Australians in mind next time. I'll start a bit earlier. That's right, they got to witness the end of my 24-hour stream. But no one else could. The stream drop? Oh god, yeah, it's all screwed. Bear with me. Back? I think we might be back. Okay. I'm gonna trust it's back. Okay, let me know if that's okay for people. There's a just had a warning on YouTube. Bitrate was basically like too much. I think my ISP's mad because I need to pay my bill. Yeah, I feel that. You accumulate things so much faster than you think, right? Oh yeah, same. Everyone was giving out everything at the World Cup, weren't they? You have a good time? Because I had a blast when I was there. That's what made me want to do more international tournaments. My highlight was we played against the Danish team, and the guy I played was actually Norwegian, but on the Danish team. And we played the entire game. He beat me. He went and bought me a drink at the bar. We were chatting about international tournaments, and I said, yeah, I might consider going to this one in Denmark next year. He was like, oh yeah, I've been going to plan to go to the UK as well. There's one being run by the guys at the Bonehead podcast. Do you know them? And I was like, yeah, I'm familiar with them. It took me a while to realise. Is it dead again? Oh, it's just dead. Is it? Is it dead? I can't tell if the stream is dead or alive. I have no idea. Just know everyone dropped off. Okay, I'm saying it's healthy, so I'm just going to trust it. I've thinned this way too much, I think. Not doing anything. Not going to thin it at all. We're going to Athens. I'm not going to Athens, sadly. No. Similar reasons before. A little bit costly to me at the moment. Living in the UK not be not very cheap right now. Especially in the south where I am. I've got a wedding next year. I'm kind of say just putting everything aside for that. Traveling is really expensive, yeah. Like it's actually not too bad. I don't think like Brexit hasn't really changed a lot regarding that. Because like I went to Denmark in March and it was like it cost me more to get to the airport than it did to get to Denmark. But it's a bit of a faff now. Like, it's just there's more queuing you have to do. I don't know if it's just that Brexit made travel more expensive. I think it just made everything more expensive. Hey Bryden, sorry. Yeah, I forgot to say I'm on the YouTube this time. It's not a brush tie team, so I'm doing it on the Bonehead podcast channel. This is for the championship. Yeah, I've taken your yellow shallow scheme. They're looking really good. Good, like, appreciate you posting them. I'm glad you stuck out the scheme because it's looking great. If you ever come to Algarve in Portugal, let me know. He got some mediocre ass blubber. I would love that. Yeah. My fiance went to Portugal this year. We've gone with her. Though she was in Lisbon, not the Algarve, but it's been fun. Yeah, something I'd love to do if I like get some financial stability in life. I would oh no, is it frozen? Oh, my camera's frozen. Okay, I'll fix that. But something I'd love to do is just do like a European tour, go to like all the countries and play Blood Bowl. I think it'd be so much fun. Just gonna fix that camera. Anything? Nope. Oh, come on. Nightbot's been timed out, so everyone post away. Come on, camera. Why is it doing this? Oh no, Nightbot is doing it. Well done. You really you really put it through its paces, huh? Wait, did Nightbot just purge the hell out of you? Has it banned you? Hold on. It's banned Bryden. Oh my god, this camera though. Oh no, we're back. Okay, I just had to turn it off and on again on the app. Here we go. Wait, is Bryden back? Bryden's back. Yeah, warning. Yeah, it's tricky to go bright sometimes. I do struggle with it. Like, that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this team. Is like embrace the colours, even though the green is really quite muted still. But I'm trying to keep this yellow intact because I really like it. Yeah, it's tricky to be bold sometimes. Yeah, I might be able to Sadly, I don't think I can unmute. I can't undelete your messages. I can read them. I can't undelete them, I'm afraid. Thank you. I don't really do yellow any other way. The pink primer with a white zenithal, well not really a zenithal, but a white highlight. You cover it in yellow ink. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I think we might be there with the skin. Well, before I highlight it. If I highlight it. I'm hoping that the matte varnish will make it pop a little bit, but if not, I can always go over with that white highlight I mentioned earlier. Because yeah, in a lot of places like that, like that knee, it really pops. You get that contrast. But I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks convincing. I've got some reference images and it looks pretty close. So I'm happy. It's dark, which is what I wanted. Like I wanted really dark skin because colors are so bright. It's a really cool contrast. Right. What am I going to do now? I think I might just be on to like brush work. I need to do the hair. The hair is quite a big thing because when I pick that out, it will I'll identify where I need to go. So I might do some base coating on the hair. The feathers I'm probably going to do with the brush because I'm going to do like this pale yellow that's in the corner there. So I'm probably just going to go over it with white and shade it down with like a thin sepia. Then highlight with white. Just do a really simple blend, but it's going to be like a white to off white. The hair's going to be black. The metal's going to be metal, like silver. It's kind of like painting the straps and then... I don't know where we're at. It's missing something. It needs another colour, so that's... Maybe I could go like red on the... No, I don't want another colour. Maybe go for a green on the feathers. Was pink involved? Pink was involved, yeah. Yeah, the difference in the teams is very much a conscious choice. We've really tried to make them look different. The bases are going to be like a savanna base, so they're going to be sort of like an orangey yellow sand with grass, like grass tufts. But I've done these like little rocks. They're going to be like sort of the savanna rocks. Pretty simple. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Well, I've gone for like a clear like African influence on this team anyway, so but I should embrace it. I might do green feathers. Thinking about it instead of the off-white, or a mixture. Do both. But anyway, it's hair first. I need to get their hair done. I think I might do the base on the stream actually. At least I know what I'm doing with that. Oh yeah, the NAF tournaments are always beach and sea themed. That's actually that's pretty handy. So I've obviously got orange here, but they're gonna have orange highlights. I might need to come back at this with a brush, because what I wanted was them to have like mostly black with a few orange ones in there mixed in, because I think that would look pretty cool as a sort of like highlight dreads. The rest of them, it's going to be black. It also picks out the thrower. Like, it's important to pick out the thrower because they too have on the ball. This is like a little bit of a speed painting trick with this. I did this with the skin earlier as well. And that's to not entirely paint everything with the airbrush. So I'm only gonna do like the top level. And this is just so that I can go in with the brush afterwards and cover it up, and so I don't need to worry about the overspray. So it's about being a little bit safer. If I go right up to there, I'm gonna end up if I go like right up to the bottom, I'm gonna end up overspraying onto the shoulder pad. I'm just not gonna touch it. I'm gonna come back with the brush and just tidy it up. It's still faster than base coating the whole thing with the brush. You get a much neater coverage with the airbrush. Especially as I'm painting over the ink here. I haven't varnished the ink, so it's still really glossy, and paint does not stick to it very well. A deep blue might look as the third colour. Oh, cheers ads, yeah, that could work. The only I'm going to avoid it though, only because the lizards are blue and yellow, and I kind of want the green to be the main colour here, so it's like green and yellow. I don't want to take too much away from the lizards. It's a good suggestion. I think if it wasn't for the fact that they're in the same championship, I would do that. Well, sorry, I want green to be the main accent colour, I should add. Yellow is still the main colour. Yeah, show us. Yeah, show me the pitch. Cool. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if it allows the posting of links. If you're in the Discord though, drop it in the Discord in the one of the channels there. Let's take a look. So I'm going to do green feathers. I don't think the green stands out too much, as I'd like. The feathers are going to be green. I'm going to go for like the lime green that's in there. I'll do a brush blend with that. I think when I'm done with the hair, I'm done with the airbrush. That's in. Aaron's being confused as well. Gotta put that in Discord. Ah, finish showcase. Oh my god. That's really cool. Oh, nice. I love that a lot. What, do they like make them and produce them for free? Design and produce. That's so cool. Yeah, that does make a lot more sense. All right. Ah, screw it. We will do the feathers with airbrush. I was gonna go in and like wet blend them, but I can't be bothered. It takes so much longer, even if I do overspray the hell out of it. Okay. I don't think I want to go that dark. It's still kind of pale. Look at this Instar paint I got ages ago. I don't think I've ever used it. It's like a matte green with a safety cap. It's defeating me. Okay. Okay, it's kind of like a blue-green. I like it. Looks like it's ready to go with the airbrush as well. Wow, that coverage is not good. Ew. So watery. Okay. We give up on that. Damn, it's a good colour. Might just need a big mix. I need to get myself one of those vortex mixers. Alright, let's stick with trusty military green. It's just what we undercoated the ants with, which is a bit annoying, but such a good colour. Yeah, I've obviously watered this down too much as well. It's okay. Gotta be really careful here now. This is why I didn't really want to do this with the airbrush. So again, low pressure, really gentle. Not make the skin green then. I just really didn't want to brush over the ink, and I didn't want to varnish it yet. So I have to varnish it twice. So it blends in a bit with the pants at the moment. We're going to make it very lime, which is going to hopefully make it look completely different. No feathers. No feathers. Feathers? No feathers. Where are the feathered models? Here you go. Stream right for everyone? Or I had another warning flag up. You have feathers. I think this is my favourite sculpt in the team. This one. Just very standard, very ordinary, but just really dynamic. I like the way the hair flows. I like the angles, the posing. I just think it's really, really neat. It just looks like Blood Bowl. Started a bit, okay, cool, thank you. Definitely need to see why that is. I think it is just an angry ISP, to be fair. Yeah, there we go. There goes the bitrate. We around? No. Is it okay? No, I don't think it is. Wait, it is back? Where's my browser tabs? Got an unopened, mate. Okay, let's close those. Okay, music probably stops. But I should be able to fix that. Yeah. There you go. No, that hasn't fixed music either. No. It has. Okay, that has. Hey, Brewfun. Okay, well, it seems like it's stabilized. I don't know what's going on. Like, I've never had this problem before. It's just like the bitrate tanks, and then YouTube's giving me warnings. So I've lowered the output bitrate, and I restarted it. This recommends a bitrate of 6800 kilobits per second, but that's what it was on. My upload is totally fine. I get like 100 meg upload. Should be 300. I get 100. Ooh, encoding overload. What the hell does that mean? Oh, whatever. We'll carry on for a little bit longer. Yeah, it wasn't a problem with you ads. It was 100% my issue. I think it just happened to align that I fixed it when you came back. I did actually try turning it off and on again, but no, I haven't blown in the cartridge. To be fair, it might just be my computer. Like, this is a old as heck PC. By old as heck, it's a gaming PC that I last upgraded in like 2016, but in computer terms, that is it's geriatric. Business, yeah, trouble. Business expense doesn't make it free. I wish it did. Hey, ads, I'm not that young. I grew up with a 64. I've blown in many a cartridge in my time. It's alright. It wasn't a SNES though. That is before my time. Yeah, that's true. I do need to sort them out actually, because it's I'm in now the tax year where I need to show all of that. Got my oh, there goes the bitrate again. No, okay. Got my fiance who is my accountant helping me out. She's just like, keep all your receipts. I must see receipts. Hey Stony, you haven't missed a lot. I've pretty much just done the skin on the Amazons. So I've done a little bit beforehand. I've done like the base coating of it beforehand. But I've gone for this like this dark skin here. It's a little bit glossy at the moment, so the colours don't really show very well. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're just currently doing the feathers. Only a few models have them. But we're doing a lime green. So gonna bring out the good old moot green. One of GW's best colours. And I have like none of it left. No, it's just blocked up. Okay, now I have none of it left. Still coming out. Yeah, so good, isn't it, Carlos? It's just so vibrant. I love it. Look at it, it's like radioactive. But if this doesn't stand out, I don't know what does. Ooh, Plasma Cores and Blood Angels. That is a good combo. That's a really good idea. So yeah, do both Bens have issues with interweb? Not the other Ben anymore, and I don't normally. I don't think it's an internet problem. I think it's a my PC problem. It said there was an error flagged on my OBS being like your video card it hates you. In brief, when you're absolutely correct. Don't worry, I'm going to try and offset like a portion of the mortgage because this is my office. Small amount of green spillage onto the back of that leg, but I literally could not give any less of an F. Where's the last one? There was another model I had that had... Yeah, there we go. That's two. Okay. It's not Ellie Goulding, thankfully. It's Tory Wolf. There you go. Definitely an influence. But this is on Epidemic Sound, so I don't get sued. We're all licensed to use this music. Oh, there's the YouTube algorithm would climb in this window and rip off my head. Hey, technically our Bonehead podcast meetings could be business meetings. Yeah, I wanted some upbeat stuff. Just some chill vibes is what I was after. Feeling pretty happy today. I'm painting toys. I've got a Fumble game later, and I've got an Arkham Horror game in between. It's gonna be a good evening. At some point I should probably go cook dinner. Thinking about that. Brute farming should be featuring, if my plan is still going to schedule, your squigs will be on my Twitch channel at the end of the month. So the last week of June should be your team. I've got this Grebo one to finish off, alongside these Amazons. Then the Grebo one is next week. So I'll finish it off early next week. Then I'm doing a vampire team between that and the start of the last week. So the last week is your squigs. The Grebo one's coming along nicely, actually. This is the team I've been working on for. This is a commission. Yeah, I really like them. So people who tune into Twitch recently would have seen me do this team. But yeah, Grebo models are super detailed. So I'm working on these guys. Really like their flesh golems as well. They came out really well. Yeah, so not a lot to finish up on these. I'm doing doing some Catholic mummies at the moment. They've just been gloss varnished, as you can tell. Protect that metal. Oh, happy birthday! Yeah, that'd be a great present then. Oh yeah, did you get some ogres? Tony, that's a good idea. They're good. Okay, so that lime green pops. We're gonna highlight it even more with the brush, but we'll come to that later. So yeah, now I think I'm just picking out the black hair. But no, what I wanted to do before I do that is see if my idea earlier will work. And this is to clean up some of the overspray with alcohol. Yeah, I'm just gonna move these. I've really got to embrace Bob Ross here, because if this goes wrong, it's a happy accident. And I'm suddenly going to make this team really heavily weathered and chipped. But if this works, this could actually change up how I paint completely. So we shall see. So I've got a pot of IPA here. So IPA I clean my airbrush in. Got a clean brush, cheap brush. Just painting what you're doing more elves. Pretty fun. They are looking so good though. I'm sorry I haven't been responding too much to the ones you're posting through, but they are honestly so sick. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I immediately regret that. It immediately just took off the paint. I thought it would be a little bit softer than that. Can I? No. That is not going to work. Okay, that's getting chipped. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. I should have tried it on something else first. Okay, we're going to mix it up. We're going to... What's this? I've got a mystery chemical in a bottle. I think it's cleaner. It smells like airbrush cleaner. I'm going to try this instead. Still lifting it. Although, on the edges, this looks quite nice. Hold on. This makes it like pale yellow, which is exactly the pale yellow I wanted because it matches the team color. I'm going to use this. It's great. I don't know if that's showing up. It's really bright. But you can kind of see it's gone like pale yellow on the edge in a really nice way. We're sticking with it. We're doing it. It's not getting rid of the overspray, but it's giving me a pretty cool gradient. Hell yeah. This isn't a highlight color, this is airbrush cleaner. This is a fun experiment. Highlighting with cleaner. Yeah, this is legit working out really good. Yeah, so you kind of dry brush the highlight into it. But by dry brush, it's a cleaner brush. It's so hard to tell when it's so glossy, but I'm glad I didn't varnish it now, because I wouldn't have been able to do this. Some kind of thread. Yeah, I thought the ink would be really resistant to the alcohol, but it really wasn't. And as soon as the brush touched it with the alcohol, it just disintegrated it. So that original plan didn't work, but got this cool new idea, which hopefully should give me a really good texture on this yellow, because I was just going to do this metal, and I still might, but yeah, like doing a sort of a dry brush with this cleaner cover gives it really makes it pop. Again, it's so hard to tell on camera, but trust me, it's looking pretty good IRL.
Diving deep into the waves, babe. I know that you wanted to. It's a risk worth taking, even if it's over soon. Want you skin tight, close like denim. Come on, love me right. When it's ending, I'll be fine. I got your body close to mine. Call me if it's only for tonight. Your hands on my body, 'cause my body's what you like. I'm down if you're down to get it now. Call me, baby, if it's only for tonight. Call me if it's only for tonight. Your hands on my body, 'cause my body's what you like. I'm down if you're down to get it now.
That's like the crispest, sharpest edge highlight I've done in my life. I wonder if I need to not be so exposed. Hold on. Look at that. That's crazy. Exactly the highlight color I would have used as well. I'm so happy. This like this must be how like Einstein felt, right? Yeah, new thing. It needs a name like Slapchop. Like a really non-descriptive name that has nothing to do with what it is. Like Swipe light. That's actually so good. That is incredible. It's so good on every level. Alright, I'm stealing it. Let's do a video. Dude, they're gonna get millions of views. You're all here. Light swipe. Yeah, but then you can't have the sort of like... It doesn't have the same reference to like dating apps, does it? It's legit like dry brushing, but way more controlled and less chalky. And you can blend it like that. It's like a blend. Look at that. It's so good. I would need to test if this works with like every paint, because this might just be an ink thing. Like it might just be because I'm like reactivating, but it doesn't reactivate. I don't. It's clearly just cleaning it. Yeah, actually, I'm really shocked at how good this is. And even like this is where I was using it as just like a, like not an edge highlight, just a regular highlight. And it's kind of hard to tell on this one. It's a little bit more subtle, but like even on like the peaks, it's picked out. This one's like kind of chipping away at it a bit more like the alcohol did though, on the edge of the shoulder pad there. So it might not be quite as good for that. On the edges, it's phenomenal. Hey Barry. Wait, what am I doing exactly, Zarop? So, what I wanted to clean up the overspray on the ink. So I had like little bits of the shoulder pad, like you can kind of hear there's little bits of black that I just wanted to neaten up. So I got some airbrush cleaner and I dipped a paintbrush in it. I got some airbrush cleaner in a little bottle cap. And it turns out that using it as like a dry brush takes off the paint at the edge in a really neat way. And it gives you like a really crisp edge highlight underneath. That's kind of like a dry brush, but you're not getting it on anything else and it's not chalky. It's just really smooth. Even though the paint is dry. Yeah, I did this paint yesterday. No, this morning? This morning. Hey Mike, it's going pretty good. We've just invented the new YouTube trend for painting. Yeah. Swipe light. Right. I didn't expect to be doing this. Yeah, you can be so heavy with it. And it just comes out really smooth. I'm tired of this song. It's grating me. There we go. Yeah, this is where I went with the alcohol to start with. Did not work quite as well. So that's going to become chipping. Oh, you watched? Yeah, you watched that. Yeah, that was a bit painful, wasn't it? The funny thing is that like wacky throw as well near the end. If the Thrall caught that, there could have been a touchdown there. Because he only had 2 skinks in range, if I remember right. So it would have been one die blitzing with skinks. So there's a decent chance that could have got away. Yeah, I was going to do all of this metal, but I think it looks quite nice with the swipe light. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, had to do a cheeky little pass, didn't I? I think lizards are a tough matchup for fams, to be fair, especially like unskilled. They just outspeed and out hit. Does the airbrush thinner melt the paint layers together? I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like it's taking paint away, because underneath this was pink, but it's like a yellow that's coming through. It's like an off white. So I'm not really sure. I think it is just thinning it. I really don't know what it's doing here. Yeah, I might need to do some science and perfect it, you know? Yeah, man, this shoulder pad looks so ace. You see the others. Yep. Who knew? I think a stiffer brush would be even better, you know? I don't really have one. I do have a dry brush. No, that's way too soft. No, I'm gonna carry on. It ain't broke. Yeah, it is dropping frames. I'm apparently on 11% frame drop on this stream. Something's gone wrong, and I don't really want to perfect it. I'm not gonna be live for that much longer. Only 20 minutes or so. Like, we've had a few cutouts as well. I'm not really sure what's up. Here you are, Bryden. You're all here. Heat the War Game will do a video on this soon. You'll know that you were pioneers. Yeah, it picks up a lot more in person. I think it's also on these like really nice edges where it's like a dry brush. It really is just like a dry brush. Like on this, you can see an instant change. It's just really, really neat. It's hard to say because like a dry brush, sometimes you get that chalky texture and it spreads across to the other bits. But like here, you can kind of just go crazy at it. And it's quite resistant. Hey, Caron. Apologize, but I'm not actually live for that much longer. We're gonna go eat before I'm out this evening. Well, not out this evening. I'm very much still here, but playing board games online. It's a raised fist. You just got threatened by a bunch of people. Yeah, no, it's a wave. I prefer the salute though. Thank you very much. We're just utilizing our new light swipe technique that we all invented here to highlight it. Yeah, it might do. It should try it, shouldn't I? Could try it on someone's leg. Where did I overspray? This person. I'm gonna give it a go. Everyone? I think it works. Actually, I don't know if it does. Don't think it does. No, it's not really working the same. I think it might be an ink thing. I think it might be unique to this. Maybe even specific yellow ink. I imagine it would work with contrast or speed paint though. Because that kind of does reactivate. Yeah, I don't think anything was happening on the face there. Yeah, swipe light debunked, yeah. Useless. Just a fad. Renaissance painters were doing this in the 1600s. I think those are two different time periods, but roll with it. They are new Punga Amazons. Yeah, these are the 3D printed ones. So the Storm Sisters are the resin team, which I already have painted. You did say to Ben, like, you could just use them. It saves me a job. But we want to showcase these new ones because they are better. Shoulders. I'm drying this all off my hand and it's gone so sticky, it's horrible. My hand feels like seizing up. It's gross. It's like having a bleaching effect. It kind of is, yeah. It's taking off the paint. It's taking off the ink. But in a really weird way because it should be pink underneath. But it's white. And it's kind of not quite white. It's like it's dissolving it. You can kind of see it. Like, it's hard to show on camera. It's really not picking up well, but like on the shoulder pads. I wonder if I can get it to focus really close. It's kind of like it's blended. It's melted. But in quite a neat blend way. Like, it's as neat as you would get from a wet blend. Spare share, the Bonehead podcast store. We sell resin printed themes. It should be reopened now. If you don't see one you want as well, if you're looking for a specific one, let us know. We'll see if we can get it. We've revamped the store a bit. So we've, people who aren't aware, in an effort to sort of make it a little bit more, like, speedier delivery, a little bit more reliable, we've spread out the workload. But poor Ben was doing a lot of teams. Like, he had a lot of orders along with his job and his child. So we've, Milton and I have taken one of the printers each. And Ben has one. And then Trips is doing the admin. So he's assigning orders that he gets to the shop, dealing with customers, and 3 of us are going to be printing and fulfilling the orders. So it should be better. Some delegation going. Oh, excellent. Do they have Trips? I didn't see you post that before. Do they have dodge? These Amazons do, yeah. I believe, is it you're going to be running gnomes and I'm going to be running Amazons? Certainly be interesting. Man, I was dreading having to highlight this yellow. I've saved so much time. You can stipple it for texture. Oh, this looks good. Very happy. I don't know why I'm doing all of this. This is going to be metal, most of this. I want the blitzers to be quite armoured, and the blockers. I always confuse them. Ben's been corporate side outsourcing the printing. Yep. Yeah, in God we trust. I think... I'm not sure how it's going to go with Amazons v Gnomes, because it's like... I think Amazons can just sort of mess them around a bit. Like, they're going to outstrength them massively. Defensive is going to just be a real issue for the Beastmasters. And there's no way for the Gnomes to deal with that. So, yeah, I think the Gnome's going to have a bit of a battle. Bit of a battle. Oh, cheers, Eric. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think the trees are going to be pretty crucial. The trees can remove some key players. I think there's a good chance. Yeah, Carlos, I agree. Like, I feel like the gnomes need to... It sort of seems like in their playstyle to sort of control teams and, you know, throw everything at it like a Death Star. The Amazons can kind of just slip away. So I am intrigued to see how they'll cope. I think the Amazons will struggle to take down the foxes potentially though. Like if the gnomes can slip away with a fox, like they're pretty speedy. But I guess the blitzers do help Amazons out quite a bit, don't they? The fact they got the movement 7 piece. Yeah, the Amazons aren't that fast a team though. Like they're really not. They're quite slow moving. Oh, they're not a slow team, but they're certainly not a quick team. Hit and run with the illusionists. I think it should be okay because I think they can like mechanically it seems okay because the illusionist is before the block and then the hit and run's after the block, but I think you could definitely prevent the hit and run with the illusionist if you're careful about it.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know.
I think that's why people like them, Mike, because they're just good. They're just really consistent. You start off with an amazing amazing set of skills, and everything you put on just makes them better. Like they don't do anything wrong. There's no wastage. They're really cheap, so they're quite forgiving because you can lose players and still be alright. I definitely think they're more interesting than they used to be. Like the old Amazon roster was just miserably boring. This one has a little bit of spice. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I like the dynamic flair that you get with Skaven and elves and things. Like you can kind of just like you got some pieces that steal the show, and I really like that. That's what I'm drawn to. So even with like Khorne, where I'm playing Khorne as like the bashy team, the Bloodspawn really steals the show. And sometimes when he pops off, he is just a menace and cannot be stopped. Yeah, I think you're right, class. Oh. Don't know what's next. I need to clean up that hair. Guess we'll just go and do that. That was quite a fun little tangent. I don't think I ever got rid of that overspray, but I kind of don't care. We invented a new technique, and now my hand is super gross. Yeah, let's just get some black down. Brian, don't be silly. You should keep asking because we miss stuff all the time. Need a proper brush. Hey, Double Dip. Yeah, no, please do. We've got you need to keep trips busy, so be very vocal. But importantly, like seriously, we do want to get it right. So always let us know. Napa willing indeed. I think at least we know that the gnomes will be getting the reroll right from the crowd. I'm sure the gnome support is going to be overwhelming. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mike. I think they're actually a really interesting team. I don't think they need a lot. But I do want to see an official GW Khemri team for sure. Carlos, man, I'm so hungry. Do not say stuff like that. Like, I've got leftover pasta in the fridge and it's getting destroyed in about 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't think decay is a tremendously interesting rule. I don't think they really need it. Oh, stop. I want some... It's like I've got actual food, but you're making me crave just processed garbage. Okay, this is the hair that I was gonna do a little bit more carefully because I want these to have orange highlights. So like 2 or 3 orange braids. You're excited for AOS then, Carlos? Like I've so fallen off the Warhammer bandwagon in both Age of Sigmar and 40k. I'm just like, I used to be so hyped at every release, but I think it's now I don't really play it very often, and like I'm so preoccupied with work and Blood Bowl. And like the main army game I play at the moment is Conquest, so I can't got that capacity. Ah, cheers, Ian. I appreciate that. It's good to know, actually. I think this time of day is a little bit better to do these streams. No, I was doing it during the day earlier because it's like my work day. But I think this is pretty good because people are sort of, you know, just had dinner or getting home from work. Oh, awesome. That sounds great. I love hearing families play together. To be fair, a lot of the new AOS stuff does look really promising, from what I have seen. I think there's still core issues that I wish they'd fixed, but hopefully it's a better game. The trouble is with AOS is the models are just so like S tier. Like the range, the model range of Age of Sigmar is beyond amazing. I absolutely love everything. Am I still playing the TTRPGs? Yeah, playing a couple. Got a D&D on the go. I'm playing in. I was gonna join a Dune game, but I kind of dipped out of it. It wasn't gelling with me massively. I don't know too much about the extended universe, so I thought it'd be pretty hard to roleplay in it. But I have played a couple. I played Hollows. I had a session of that, which was quite interesting. friend of mine just got Mothership, so I think we're gonna have a game of that soon. I meant core issues like in Age of Sigmar. Just in terms of like army construction, the hit and wound stuff, I'm really not a fan of. And the fact it's Psycho Yugo, but that's just a Warhammer thing. She's got everything built and started painting already. Wow. Get your skates on. Oh, right, yes. Yep. Middle-earth's awesome, isn't it? Then again, it shares a designer with Blood Bowl, so it's going to be a little bit better. We're J. Claire fans here. Oh, as in, are they really that bad compared to Wildly Inaccurate? I think so, yeah. I just, yeah, it's... Like, I don't want to just sort of spend all the time crapping on Warhammer, but it's like, it's just got some... I'll use the example in Age of Sigmar with the hit and wound. Like, I just want to know why. Like, kind of like how it is kind of like that with Wildly Inaccurate. Like, I want to know whoever designed Wildly Inaccurate. I just want to ask them, what was your design ethos for this? Like, what problem were you trying to solve by putting this into play? And that's like with Age of Sigmar, is they have like 2 separate roles. So it's like a 3+ to hit, and then a 4+ to wound. And it's like that's the case for everything. Whereas 40k uses the wound roll is based on your strength and toughness, so stronger weapons demolish weaker targets. But just the arbitrary values I don't understand, because I'm like, I want to know, what do these represent? Like, why are they 2 separate roles? Is it just for variance, in which case why are you sticking to a D6 system? All of these things. It's just a bit ambiguous. Lumineth Ramlords are insane, yes. No worries, ads. Cheers for the naming. Appreciate that. I will credit you when I become a billionaire. Do you reckon, Mike? I feel like it was like perhaps from a narrative point of view. Like they wanted to simulate something happening, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like they wanted to simulate like a really bad throw, but it's like, why would you ever throw behind you? Is just I don't know. And like what I also don't understand is like, was passing that good? Like, do you reckon they were just worried about the passing 2+, meaning that like everyone would be throwing? They wanted to have like a big risk factor in there. I think turning over on a 1 is already a pretty big risk factor. And dropping the ball. It just needs to be a fumble, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to finish the hair on this model and probably wrap up the stream, guys. My stomach is so mad at me. It wants that creamy garlicky pasta that's in the fridge. Heavy dehydrate, yep, absolutely. Hydrate or dihydrate. Ah, I painted the end of that orange. Whoops. Sorry, I painted the end of the orange bit black. If I can just remove that. Easy. Before you leave, what do you do for the skin tone? It's amazing. Cheers. The end of it will be on the start of the stream, so when I'm gone, you should be able to see that. But it's Dryad Bark base, and then I did a Gawthor brown highlight, like on the raised areas. Then I did an aged white specular highlight on the very edges, like the knees and stuff. And then went over it in walnut brown ink, kind of like a glaze, just to give it some saturation. But yeah, I'm hoping when I matte varnish it, it should look really smooth and nice. Because right now the glossing kind of like hides all the colours. It makes it look really desaturated. But you should end up with this really rich, warm brown, which is what I was going for. So I've got really cold green. I did want like sort of a deep African skin tone. That's what I was going for with this. Hey John. You have a Saurus blocker with 3 completions in 2 games. What are you doing? Tell me they're like turn 16 vanity passes and not crucial plays. Well, varnish. I recommend AK Interactive Varnish. Ultra matte for matte stuff. But often I mix in a drop of satin for the ultra matte just to tone it down a little bit. Yeah, this stuff. I actually got this direct from Spain. As in, like, I got it in Spain when I went for the World Cup. You can just buy it. Oh, that was something I found in Spain, actually. It's like, their hobby shops are just so well equipped. They've got like all the best stuff. I think that looks pretty cool. What I was going for. Makes the throw stand out. One of my favourite moments, not for mine, was a friend's Necro team throwing a successful long bomb 12-12 for a last turn touchdown. Oh, that is gross. Mr. Hobby, I've heard is really good at Varnish as well. I haven't used it, but I've very much heard of it. As with Tamiya. I don't think you can really go too wrong. Just avoid spray can Varnish, I think. Like, unless it's like, I think there's a Tamiya one or something that comes in like a little spray. I've heard that's good. But like the big cans that you get, I've only really heard negative stuff. Fantasy Pass, good. Wait. Oh wait, you actually got a touchdown out of that pass. that's so good. I love playing those out. Like my a game that always lived in my head was one I played at Warhammer World. I think it was Sevens, and it was in the final, and I was on one of the top tables, like going into it. But I think we were all on 2 wins, and no, it'd be 3. I think it was Sevens. No, I think it was 11s actually. It must have been 11s. But anyway, like all of us could have like easily broken it, and I was up 2-1 against Khorne, and they no, because I still won. It must have been like 3-1. I think I was Elves. 3-1 against Khorne, and they had like a turn 16. They were just like, okay, I just concede it, like not gonna do anything. I was like, I don't know, you're like, you know, you may as well roll the dice. You've got a player in range. You've got a Bloodspawn in range of the end zone. And so they ended up throwing the ball with a lineman to a Bloodseeker, who then caught it, rushed, handed off to the Bloodspawn, who then rushed twice into the end zone. After rolling like the 4+ to move and stuff, it was like just obscene. Tester's Dullcoat, that is the one in the tiny little can that I've heard is good. But I don't think you get that in the UK. Well, not easily. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for the stream. I think we made some pretty good progress with the skin. We invented a new painting technique, which is awesome. So we should probably do a video on that at some point. They're looking pretty snazzy. Not a lot left to do. I'm just going to finish off the hair on them, highlight the hair. Then it'll be a case of doing the bone. There's a little bit of bone features on some of them, like these guys. Like they've got a bone on the shoulder pad. Do that. I'll probably gloss varnish it all, add a bit of black pin shading, just to make stuff pop. Metallics, then we're done. So I'm probably going to do most of that tomorrow, and then if there's stuff to do, I might be doing a stream on Sunday. Don't know what time, whenever I feel like it. But they need to be done for Monday. So yes, they are Monday night team next week, so they will be on the stream on Monday. In whatever state they are in, they will be on the stream. So even if they're not fully finished, they'll be on stream. But I think they will be. I expect them to be. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And I hope everyone has an amazing Friday tomorrow. Catch you later.